Well, with song, dance, and more than a little holiday magic, T2's lively stage adaptation of A Christmas Carol will delight audiences of all ages. Joining us now, we've got Michelle, Stephen, and the Ghost of Christmas Present still sticking around.
Hello.
Yes. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Let's talk about Theater Squared, first of all. Have you performed at Theater Squared before, Michelle?
Yes.
Yes. So you're back. Stephen, you're Theater Squared regular, I feel like.
I've done a few. I've done a few over the years.
What's it like? What's performing in downtown Fayetteville at T2 like for both of you, Michelle?
Well, unexpected. My mother's from Little Rock, and I was advised against this state as a whole growing up. But Fayetteville is lovely, and I've always had a great time here. I've always felt very welcome. I love the downtown area. I love Dixon Street. It's just really lovely. So I always love returning here.
Yes. Well, we welcome you back with open arms every time.
Thank you.
What about you, Stephen?
Well, Theater Squared is the reason I came here 11 years ago in 2012. So they have a special place in my heart, or else I would not be living here right now.
Wow. What was the first show you did at
The
T2?
Fall of the House that Bob Ford wrote.
I remember seeing you in that. I didn't know that was your first
Edgar
one.
Allan Poe.
Yeah. I remember that. What a show. Very gritty.
It was.
Yeah.
Dark.
Dark, I know. Ghost of Christmas Present, are you familiar with Theater Squared T2? It seems like you would be.
I'm familiar I've been here in many iterations before as a Ghost of Present as well. And I'm very happy that I'll likely be getting to know these two a little bit this time round.
Yeah, maybe you will be. Speaking of that, what roles do you all play in this upcoming version of A Christmas Carol, Michelle?
So this is an adaptation, and so it's a story within a story situation. And the premise is that it is 1842, the year that A Christmas Carol was published. And a librarian, a Victorian-era librarian, it's closing time on Christmas Eve, and she finds herself in the company of a young boy who has not been picked up yet.
Okay, so stuck in the library.
Stuck in a library, not knowing what to do, she turns to this newly published book, A Christmas Carol, and begins to read it to him, and so it comes to life before his eyes within the library. So I'm playing the librarian, which is really a narrator role.
Right, you're storyteller. Sure.
Yes, yes. And what's fun about it is that at some point along the journey, she gets pulled in by the boy to portray a role, and that is the role of Mrs. Cratchit. So I get to do Mrs. Cratchit as well, which is awesome. So it's kind of the best of both worlds.
Yeah, you do. Now, I already know you're playing multiple roles in the show, I think, right? Fill us in on your main character.
Yeah.
9 different characters in the show. Wow. The two main ones are the ghost of Jacob Marley that haunts Scrooge, and then the buoyant and happy-go-lucky Mr. Fezziwig.
Oh, yes. So you get to throw the parties.
Favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're familiar with drinks like this.
Oh, you betcha.
Absolutely. What do you think? I know this, as you mentioned, it's an adaptation. What makes this play unique?
Well, the adaptation is very unique, and it's lovely to set the play within the play in the same era.
Yeah.
And that exploration of, because the boy, we're not sure if he's been abandoned, and that was a thing. Conditions in London in this time were horrific, and there were child laborers, and it touches on that reality of what it was like to live in the time.
Yeah, that's very interesting, but it's also bringing that sort of heartfelt and heartwarming holiday story that we know and love to life.
Absolutely.
What's something, Stephen, that you hope audiences will come away with after they see this show?
Well, you know, and I'm not just saying this because we're on the show. This story has always been one of my favorites. You know, it's a universal theme of redemption, second chances. I feel like there's a shared humanity that we all understand that. So I think on top of the, the unique adaptation that this is, just looking at it from that perspective.
Yeah, for sure. Now, the show opens tonight? Is that right?
Well, our one and only preview is tonight.
Yeah, preview
Official press opening is tomorrow.
Tomorrow, and it runs all the way through the 24th of the month, right?
Correct.
Right. Are you looking forward to it, Ghosty?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I'm so happy that we'll be able to bring this story to life anew, and from the perspective of a young child. I mean, that's everything.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. I want you to stick around for a little bit longer. You guys can vanish, go be Jacob Marley in the library, head back to the library when you feel like you're ready. But you